So sorry that I missed the vlog last week. I was traveling, and by the time I figured out that it was after Thursday, I just never got around to doing it. So hopefully I won't forget again. But today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about things photographers gripe about. One thing I always hear photographers complain about is cheap photographers. So you know the photographers, the ones that are in your area, or that are maybe your competitors that are charging like $60 and they're giving away an arm and a leg. You know, they're giving away all the high resolution files for like an hour worth of service. Now, people like maybe you and me might know that $60 is basically not worth our time. It doesn't give us any profit. You know, we do a lot of work on the back end, so we might get burnt out. But I do want to encourage you guys to think about some things before you go in and start complaining about these folks, okay? One is that, we shouldn't really be negative or judging people. I notice that, when I see a lot of negative feeds on my Facebook and things like that, people that are really negative and they're judging other people's lifestyles and stuff like that, I tend to like to hide those things because I think, generally as a population, people want to be around positive people because that is people that inspire them and influences them, And the other thing is we don't really know what their situation is. Maybe that they're just starting out a portfolio. Maybe this is not their full-time job, and they really want to just make an extra $40 to pay their electric bill or just generate some money, some extra cash for holidays or something like that, For instance, I was helping one of my friends, start a baby portfolio, and I basically said to her, you really need to update your gear. So I said, what can we do right now to kind of generate some funds to help you update your gear, but also to help you build your baby portfolio? So then I posted on my Facebook like a $59 deal for a limited time, just to kind of help generate some money for her. And obviously that is not my regular session price. So I was just trying to, do something really, really quickly for her so that way she could start, generating some money to get a lens, So that's why I say that, we shouldn't judge so much and we shouldn't be complaining so much about it because of the fact that we don't know what their situation is. And obviously if that's not your ideal situation, then that's totally fine. But if that's theirs, then that's their prerogative, right? The other thing is that there should be a price range for everybody. Not everybody can be a certain price. Not everybody can be the highest. Not everybody can be the lowest, right? If we were all streamlined all the way across the board, I mean, that would be nice, but the whole point of living in our capitalistic society is that people have a choice and consumers have a choice on how they can spend. Everybody makes different incomes, so obviously not everybody can afford the same price, right? So it's good that we have photographers that are the lower end, and it's good that we have photographers that are on the higher end because now people have a choice and people can choose where they can fit in that kind of price scale. You should also ask yourself, is it really ideal for you to want to book the $40 client? I know for me, it's not, because I know that their ideas of photography is going to be very different from what my ideas are of photography. And if that's what they can afford, that's great. I want to book the ideal client for me. And, if I think about it realistically, I probably don't want to deal or book with the $40 client. I want to deal with my clients that are in my price range that value my worth. Okay. I know that it can be really annoying when you get like things in your inbox that says, well, so-and-so is charging this much, but you're charging this much and you're only giving away this much. Your clients only see numbers. So they only see, the difference of $100 or whatever, So in a way, you kind of have to justify your worth. You have to show that you have value. So how do you do that? So I always get clients that come in and say, well, my budget is this. And I always say, well, you know what? I know I'm a little bit over your budget, but let me, give you a few basically tips regarding your wedding, or just can I, help you understand why I charge this much. And I always have to tell them, this is my full-time job. I live and breathe your photography. I will live and breathe your images, basically. I'm all about you making your day, experience. I have over 4 years of experience. You can tell style, images, how different they are from, say, another photographer. Your branding, things like that. All those things compiled together, basically make up your worth. So you have to, in a way, kind of show them why you have value. right? And if you can't justify that, then, you know, maybe that client is not the client for you. Okay. So anyway, that's not really any kind of like specific photo tips. It was just more of kind of like a community etiquette, photography type of tips, and also to help kind of save you from, you know, having a headache over things that you shouldn't have headaches over. I always look at problems like this. One, are there other people in the world that are dealing with stuff that are like so much more bigger than what I'm dealing with? And if it's a first world problem, then I'm just like, well, then it's nothing to worry about. I'm not going to spend my time and spend my breath, spend our energy dealing with something like that, because, you know, there's just so much more in my life that I should be happy about and spend my time doing rather than to be negative, right? Okay, so as always, I do videos every Thursday. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to keep up more tips and tricks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next time. Bye!